season in the ACC, it all comes down to this. The conference championship game, a battle for the trophy that also carries serious college football playoff implications. Welcome to Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Panthers, right here in Charlotte, North Carolina. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. Kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Offense operating from the pistol. Gives it to the back. Test the middle and gets stuck. That is just not open for business today.
Well, the offensive line is completely occupied with that defensive front. That freed up that linebacker to shoot right through that gap and blow up the ball carrier. What a play.
To the air, it's Jennings. And he's intercepted.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Using his legs, it's Brown. Boom. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. They stop him, but it's a 1st down.
Well, the defense sits back in his zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a 1st down.
The Canes looking to take advantage of the red zone trip here. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And now the running back's got it again. And the Canes will try to keep this drive moving.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the 1st down.
1st and goal for the offense. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Contact as he let the ball go. Intercepted in the end zone. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway is a huge play for this defense.
Well, this isn't exactly how we envision this game getting started. You see an interception early, you're thinking, okay, great opportunity, bang, they throw an interception right back. So everything is even, we can start all over, and the offense comes back out on the field.
Scanning the field, it's Jennings. Snags the quick throw. Tackle is made, and it's good for a 1st down at the 47.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
An inside give now from the shotgun.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
They'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. As the 1st down is still going. Tackle made at the 36. It'll be 1st down. This offense in good position here. The Mustangs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. First down, looking to throw the ball. Delivers quickly to the left side, but they don't make the connection. That run is incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually it's going to cost you.
They finally make the tackle, but a huge gain down to the 15.
And this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Incompletion sets up a second down. We'll hand it off.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. And now the handoff. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. Slams right into a wall. They got it for a loss. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. Caught by the receiver. Tackled pretty quickly, but that is a decent gain on the throw.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, hits the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Looking to throw. It's Reed. The pass rush closing in. On the move, looking deep down the right side. Finally marked out after a big gain, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. It's fourth down, but no punting team. The offense is going to go for it. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Quick throw to his receiver. It's a fourth down stop. The offense will take over in plus territory.
Well, this is exactly what can happen when you're overly aggressive and things go bad. And I get it when it's late in the game and you're trying to climb back into it. But to have a turnover on downs now, man, this one could hurt you.
Somebody up there got a little too antsy at the line of scrimmage. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down. shotgun. It's a handoff. Only gets a couple of yards there. It'll bring up fourth down. So they're short on fourth down. The coach decides to try out the field goal team, trying to knock it through from 48 yards away. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Pick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Here's the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Boy, this back is running very well today and living up to so many great backs that they've had over the years at Miami. Edgerrin James and Frank Gore and Willis McGahee and Clinton Portis. All those guys won a lot of games.
He's in the clear. Past the 20. Inside the touchdown, Canes. They were not going to catch him that time.
Just when we thought this game might be slipping away, these guys come right back down the field with a quick strike and a touchdown, and it's back to being a close game.
Extra point is good. They trail by 3 now, 10-7. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. On the run, he'll let it go. Intercepted, picked off by the defense.
Well, we're just hearing this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
The quarterback keeps it on the option.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Here comes the handoff. Breaks into the clear. Ball carrier steps out, but a solid gain on the ground that time. And Kirk, it's SMU with the lead here. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. To throw, it's Reed. The pocket breaking down. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack.
So the first snap in the red zone, and this defense, I'll tell you what, they are up for the challenge. A big sack that could really lessen the damage on this drive.
Nowhere to run. No corralling for no gain.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Looking to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down. I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He'll return it from inside the 5. He stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. The SMU offense is back out on the field now. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42.
Great job by the quarterback with an accurate throw against man coverage for a first down. Overall, by the entire group, good execution by this offense.
Looking downfield, it's Jennings. The senior tries to take a shot, but overthrows his man.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions, locked into his primary, tried to force it in there, and it doesn't work out.
He's past the marker and still going. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
And that's what he likes to do. He knows he's a weapon out there, not just with his arm, but when he can pull it down on an option like this and pick up a big chunk of yards, it can leave any defense with their head spinning.
The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. And the Mustangs with 1st and 10 here. Quarterback drops back. Grab down the middle. It's Brown. Tackle made after a big gain. Will be 1st and goal at the 7.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
The Mustangs come to the line with 1st and goal. Wide receiver gets a shot on the ground here. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
You know, even though positive yards are gained here, I think the defense has to be happy on how they prepared coming into the game for these kind of different looks. They look very aware that these formations and plays could happen on any given down.
Trying to get to the end zone. They'll run it left. He fights into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just leading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
BAT is good, so they're in front now, 17-10. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up and just scoring a touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. They'll try the ground game here with the running back.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards here on 1st and 10.
So 2nd and 7 at a 3-yard pickup. This offense trying to get something going on this drive. Looking to throw. It's Reed. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
He just has to be protected better than him. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. 3rd down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Fourth down. The offense will go for it. Looking for a receiver. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. He'll hand it off. Runs right over the defender. They bring him down, but a solid game there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. And the Mustangs come to the line in the hurry up. Ball handed off. Tackled down at the 3-yard line after an excellent run. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We'll see if the offense here can build on this lead before the break. Fresh set of downs. First and goal. Shows off the moves there, but ultimately not much of a gain.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more trip.
Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. All right, second down and goal now for this offense. Defense looking to dial up some pressure here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs.
That's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown. He shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Handoff from the shotgun. Gets the first and still running. Breaks loose at the 45. Breaks into the clear.
Chris, how about that? This guy is a blur with a football in his hands. He gets one block out in front of him. It seems like he's setting a new speed barrier.
Passive gain moves the ball into the red zone now. They'll set up first and 10. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. On the run, it's Ball. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick throw to the flat. It's a screen. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a first and goal.
Chris, we're still early in this game, and you can already sense the chemistry between this quarterback and the wide receiver. These two just make it look so easy.
So 3 plays in, this offense has set up a first and goal. Very efficient so far. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And the freshman brings him down quickly. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only...
And he's got it! Touchdown, Miami!
Boy, great job here of finding him again. That's his second touchdown reception in this football game.
Now here comes the point after attempt. PAT is good, they still trail though. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Fields it just outside the goal line. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. They start the drive here, looking to make something happen in the final seconds before halftime. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Looking to scramble now. Breaking free at the 35. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. One more play before they head to the locker room. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And it's incomplete. They tried a desperation pass there as time runs out in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Mustangs will kick this away to start the second half. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. The Miami offense back out onto the field. Hoping to click here at the beginning of the third quarter, try to make up this deficit. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
On the run, it's Brown. Got the first down and still motoring. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Anytime you're down at halftime, you get your minds together, you try to make some adjustments, you try to get things heading in a better direction. This offense is off to a great start after this play right here.
And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Gets rid of it on the move. And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. He keeps it on a design run. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the first down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the first, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got 4th and inches.
Here we go on 4th down. The first down pickup tackled at the 45.
I think it says a lot about this coach's confidence that he has in his team, that he sticks to running the football on 4th down. You know, a lot of teams, they might try to get cute, pull out a special play that they've been practicing for weeks. But not this guy. They just line up, run the ball, and pick it up.
Wide open downfield. They finally get him down, but it's a chunk play through the air.
Well, a nice throw and a great catch here by this Miami Hurricane wide receiver. For our younger audience out there who might be watching this game, I got to tell you, you may not remember the
Blitz and a quick sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Second down now after the sack. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Great cut. They whiff on him. And we're able to get him down.
Great response by this offense after losing all those yards. Now they got a chance here on third down. You run the football, find a lane, pick up a good chunk, and now they have a chance here on this third and medium.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
The Canes will look to convert here on fourth down. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he's down right there, but it's enough for a first down.
Boy, that conversion right there was an absolute dart by the quarterback hitting his receiver. And the ball comes out that fast. It puts so much pressure on the defense to locate the football, let alone trying to get their hands on it.
Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Back to pass. It's Reed. Good pass to the flat to a receiver. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Game sets up a third down and goal from the 6. Out of the gun now on third down. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. They finally bring him down, but what a return after the takeaway.
For this defense is doing an outstanding job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage. That's their third interception now in the game.
Now the first play of the drive, they'll begin at the 38. And the running back takes the handoff. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Over the middle and incomplete.
I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
On third down, he drops to throw. The sure hands. It's Brown.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. But how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
Head coach keeps the punt team on the sidelines for fourth down. Defense showing blitz here. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Looking to scramble. Going to try to use his legs here. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
Boy, this defense, everything you want from them they do here except contain the quarterback. Nobody's open downfield. They pressure the quarterback. The only problem is they can't keep him short of the first down marker.
Hands off to the left. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
And Kirk, it's SMU with the lead here, sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the third quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Trying to find room. It's Brown. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Dropping back. It's Jennings. Oh, and it's incomplete and very nearly intercepted. A wasted opportunity for a much-needed takeaway there.
Well, in case you're counting at home, that was nearly his 3rd interception of the game. That offensive staff has either got to give this quarterback some easy passes to build his confidence up, or they need to make a change, bring the other guy in. He's just reckless out there so far today.
He's got it. Enough for a first down. They finally tackle him, but all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Chris, what a call by this offensive coordinator. 4th down, they elect to go for it, and they get the first down. Now you can continue to work that clock.
And the Mustangs looking to keep this drive rolling. Defense seems to be dialing up the pressure here.
That's going to be a first down, and really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the 4th quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
Here's a handoff on 1st and goal. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Total control right now, Chris. You just got to assume, just keep running the football. You look at the clock, in their favor. You look at the field position where they are, obviously in their favor. So it just makes sense. Keep it on the ground, keep pounding, run that clock, because you got everything working in your direction.
Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the point. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
I'll tell you what, considering they've been out there for a long time on this drive, they sure showed a lot of endurance there, coming up with a big stop. And now it's 4th and goal. And as an offensive coordinator and head coach, with this kind of drive, it just seems like you'd be missing something by not coming away with a touchdown.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. The defense desperate to get the football back, trailing here late. So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. That kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And they add to their lead.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First play of the drive now from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Reed. On the move now.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and long. Takes the handoff. It's Brown. Quick spin on the run. Trying to some room at the 25.
How about that? You get all these yards on the ground, and yet you're still short of the first down marker. I don't know if I've ever seen this. Obviously, I think they called this play just to keep it safe, avoid the interception, set up for a punt. So mission accomplished there. But what a bummer that you get a big chunk of yards like that and still no first down.
Nowhere to go here. The ball is knocked loose. The offense recovers the fumble with the clock winding down. That would have been a crucial turnover.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Looking for a late deep shot. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. All the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Hurricanes. So a huge score, but now with the conference championship on the line, they got to get the ball back and score again.
This may decide the result of the conference championship right here. All of the focus are going to be on the special teams units. Who's going to get this onside kick?
And the PAT is good. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. On the hands team all over that to make the recovery. Less than 2 minutes from a conference championship, and they keep the football and secure the win. Working clock with the ground game.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Closing in on a conference championship, this offense trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. With less than 2 minutes from a conference championship, can they keep the football and secure the win? Scanning the field, it's Jennings. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack at a crucial moment.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense and man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
Fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And this punt will back the offense up near the 5-yard line.
Well, the coverage unit does their job here. They're fired up, and they should be. Of course, the punter got some help from his friend, the football, right? What a kick to set them up in a good spot for the defense to go to work.
So the drive begins backed up at their own 5. Tough spot. Looking to throw now on first down. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. Touchdown, Canes. And jump on top out here in the quarter.
Oh, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. What I love is the quarterback knows all I got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
So we'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. PAT up and good. The lead is 4 in the final quarter. So after taking the lead, they'll kick it away and hope the defense can just hang on for a few more seconds. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. Start with the 25. offense will take a timeout here. 13 seconds remaining. Here we go. Conference championship game comes down to this. The offense got to make a play here with time winding down. Moves out of the pocket. Breaking free at the 35. And a timeout stops the clock with just 7 seconds remaining in the game. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. To throw, it's Jennings. Pressure is coming. Oh, and he fumbles. The defense scoops it up.
Well, they had everything that they wanted here late in the game. The ball in their hands, quarterback that can make plays, everything you want with a chance to take the lead and potentially win the game, and they fumble it away. Instead, the pressure now is on their own defense to come up with a big play to try to get the ball back.
Breaks an open space. Has the first down and more. Here he goes. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Miami.
Chris, how about these guys? They're still throwing the football. Game's over. They may be throwing the football in the postgame. I mean, these guys are scoring at will, and they don't care about how big of a lead they have. They just put another one up on the board.
What a special year and a moment these players will never forget. After all they put into this, they can now call themselves champions of the ACC. With the playoff spot locked up, we're going to find out where they're going to be playing as they pursue now a national championship. And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Bye.